All right. Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday evening, and hope you all had a good week. And y'all go into the weekend to have a good weekend. So, this video is going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to actually go over the. Sorry, that's my Doberman's drinking water. I don't know if y'all can pick if the mic picks it up or not, but anyway, Sheba, chill out while I'm doing this recording. Dinner time. But anyways, so I'm going to go over the complete back end of our launchpad built by Based.Bid, and kind of show y'all some of the customizability stuff that we can do. And it's some pretty cool stuff, man. I think y'all will be impressed. So, at the end of the day, look, this tech stuff's always evolving, and at the end of the day, it's up to the space to get behind it and back it. And hopefully, we start catching some X's for a change. So this is what's cool. So I'm basically here. Let me go back here. Let me go to create. So this is test net. Y'all don't have access to this yet, but it will look the same. There's probably a little bit of polishing that has to be done. Sheba. Good Lord. There probably has to be some more polishing that has to be done, but it's pretty much what you're seeing is going to be about 90%. I got to reload. Hold on, guys. There we go. All right, cool. All right. Now we got the party started. Sheba, you're going to have to wait. We'll eat later. Anyway, sorry. I'm not tripping on her. This shit's funny to me. So, all right. So I'm logging in the test net right here, as you can see. Make sure my recording's good. All right, good. All right, let that load, which is what it's doing. So, if y'all recall, just go back to the last two videos that I did, because I went, I went in depth on some stuff. This one's obviously going to maybe be a little bit deeper and more informative, but I'll get into it. So look, right here we have select chain. Now, obviously, it looks like right now only Solana and Base is available, which is fine because we're going to launch WAGMI on Solana, but they're going to have ETH and BNB and probably some other chains, I would imagine, on here as well. So in the future, we'll be able to launch whatever token we want on whatever chain we want, and have a big old party. So, and y'all will be able to, right? So this isn't just about us and me and LegalX Global LLC and all this, all the launches that we're going to do. I mean, y'all have access to the board, our launch board as well. So you can, if you want to launch your token, you can do exactly what I'm doing and just launch it under our board account and go have fun. Now, obviously, I'll get into this, but part of what we're doing now is we're still building our in-house call team. So what we're trying to do is, and I'll try to paint a visual here before I get into all this stuff, is what we're trying to do is, so the launch pad's done, right? So that's going to be what it is. And now on our end, it's, how do we use it? So, and that's why we talk about decentralization and creating all of our tokens, whether it be memes or utilities, whatever the case will be, they're all going to be decentralized. So like I said before, and like we've posted multiple times on our X page, there will be no nefarious activities, which is basically what's plagued Solana. And look, y'all are all well aware of that stuff. That's some stuff I shouldn't have having to be preaching out to you. You see it. It's all, the same shit that's on my X feed is on your X feed. So it's not like I'm saying something that y'all don't know already. Now, the difference is what are y'all going to do about it? Y'all going to keep getting wrecked on Pump Fun and Bags app, or do y'all want to actually have a chance at some real X's with some legitimate liquidity? I mean, that's on you at this point, right? So we're just offering the tool, and obviously the legal team backing it to launch, decentralized tokens, and it allows everybody to hopefully eat. So having said that, we'll be able to do whatever chain we want. But for now, like I said, we're going to do WAGMI on Solana. So what we'll do is I'm not going to go through it. This isn't the important stuff I want to go through. It's down here. But so we'll name the token, do the symbol, and then you'll upload the logo. No big deal. And it kind of shows you as you're completing the steps, right? So description and socials. You'll do your description here, website, Twitter, or X. Yeah, it says X right there. Derp. Telegram, Discord. So whatever socials you have in Telegram or Discord, you'll upload the links here. This is not anything that's never been done before. This is kind of standard when you're launching a token. Now, DEX settings. So what you'll do is you'll go here and you'll start kind of setting the parameters of your token at this point. So we're always going to do Radium. I'm not going to do Meteor or Meteor or whatever you want to call it. Now, this has to be updated. I know they said they're working on it this weekend, so it's fine. But you'll be able to go up to 4% here. Right now, it only caps us at 0.25%. So we'll go on Solana. You can go all the way up to 4%, and then we'll do starting market cap. So all of our launches, we're going to jam $10,000 of Solana into the launch. And so when we mint the contract, we're going to put 100% of the supply into the LP and add $10,000 of Solana and then lock it. So what that's going to do is it's going to be basically a 1-to-1 ratio market cap liquidity. So if y'all saw how we launched midterm, you will see that, launching with a fat, liquidity pool makes the chart just look better, right? So there's no wild upswings, but there's no wild downswings either. You kind of get what I'm saying? So it protects the chart, and it usually invites whales, right? So it's going to depend on the token itself and the narrative if they hop on board or not. But at least we start there, right? So it's not like we're just throwing $300 in Solana and telling everybody, hey, go ape your bag. No. So all of our launches are going to look real good on chain. So that's kind of how that will look. Total supply, they kind of have some set market supply controls. So we're always going to do 21 million to mimic Bitcoin and roll out. So I'll do 21 million. And then here we get into like kind of the cool stuff, right? We're going to do, this is the fee builder, which is what I went over the last video. But now I can kind of start getting into some more details because there's more built out and I have access to the test net, so I can actually start doing some shit. So we'll click on and look, it shows configure exact transaction fee percentage. So it's set to 0.25% because it matches this. So whenever we can move this to 4, it'll match it here and it'll show 4%, right? So total 0 all the way up to available, which is 0.25. So we'll just do 0.25% for this video purposes, but all of our launches will be at 4%. Then you have the distribution trigger. We'll keep it here at 0.10. And then so here's the creator. So this is basically, for lack of a better term, this is going to be the LLC, the company wallet, right? Which is, it's going to be the creator. So, we'll just kind of give an example. So we can go all the way up to 0.25% because it's allowing us, because that's the max we can do. So let's just back this down to like 0.5% just for shits and giggles. So that will be the creator wallet, right? So excuse me. Okay, I bumped. Oh, okay. So that's the plus minus. So that will be the Solana from the creator fees that will go into the LLC wallet, which is fine. We have to make money. I don't think y'all would be grudges of that. So, and as y'all will see, when we start kind of doing these, when we start dividing up the creator fees in percentages and divulging them out to multiple wallets and multiple calls and influencers or whatever we want to title it, you will be able to see all this. So this is not hidden, right? So this is kind of the game changer. So when we launch WAGMI, y'all will be able to go into the fee builder and say, okay, let's see how they actually structured the fees, right? So it keeps us up to par, it lets us go to the space and say, look, this is what we're building. This is what we've built. This is what we're doing. Now you can see that we're actually doing what we say we're doing, and you can't question us. So it allows us on this side to operate freely, right? Because you can't argue, you can't bitch or create some kind of FUD and say, these motherfuckers are keeping all the fees, man. No, this is all public, man. You're going to be able to see all this whenever you click launch. And then you'll be able to go to our board. And I'm not going to go through all the steps right now. I'll get a more detailed video whenever we actually launch WAGMI. But this is all transparent. This is what this space has been clamoring for. This is what everybody has been wanting. Where is the money going, everybody? Well, we're going to show you. So a percentage will go to the creator wallet. Excuse me. I got sidetracked. Now, distribution token will be Solana, so we'll keep it moving. Madonna. Sorry. Jennifer's in Hawaii, so I am all by myself, and I gotta watch the animals. It's all good. So all right, so here is the cool part. So here's the additional fee options. Madonna, chill out. That's the name of my cat, by the way. So if we want, and I can do this is going to be our call, especially for WAGMI. So let's just stick on WAGMI. I don't want to go too far down and start talking about the launches after WAGMI. So with rewards, if we want to, I can set WAGMI as a reward token. So out of the creator fees, I can distribute that stuff out to holders. And then I can set the threshold. So if you have, we'll make it probably 0.10%. So if you hold 0.10% of the supply, you'll get your cut or your share of the rewards from the creator fees. Holy shit, everybody. What are we doing over here? So we're actually creating a launch pad that, based off of the creator fees generated from the trading volume, we're giving it all away. We're not keeping it like Pump Fund does. We're going to give it all back to all of you. Because at the end of the day, this is what should have been done a long time ago. But unfortunately, the space got crazy sideways, and we're just going to bring it back to level. So if we want, we can change this percentage. So let's just go down. Since we only have 0.25 to play with, let's just go to 0.5%. Just for the video purposes, so quit tripping. But we can make this whatever we want. Now, what we plan on doing, I'm just kind of giving everybody a heads up. For WAGMI, I'm going to, at launch, we're going to turn the rewards off. So let me explain the reason why. Because there's a lot of stuff that we can do within this user interface. But we have to hold stuff back, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to do like certain market cap levels. So whenever we hit, 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, wherever it runs, if it even runs, right? That's going to be up to y'all. We can change this reward. So we can say, look, once we hit 1 million market cap, we're going to kick the rewards on, and we'll do 0.05%. Boom. It's simple. I can just go in here, click it, so I can exit off. Boom. So it's not live right now. Now it's live. Right. So we'll go back to 0.05%, and we'll just put that out there to the space. Say, look, once it hits 1 million market cap, boom, rewards kick in. And then what we do is we can log into the builder side of it and turn this toggle switch, for lack of a better term. We can turn this on. Right. Boom. So that's good. So now we can incentivize moons, right? So the more a token runs within our platform, we can jam these rewards up. So let's just say we want to get these rewards up to like crazy high, like just say 0.25%. Well, what we'll have to do is we'll have to go to, where did I go? Where's the creator wallet? Right here. Well, okay. So see, what it did is it already took the creator wallet down. So it's going to take out of the creator wallet, right? So wherever we add a percentage, it's going to take away from basically our percentage, if you think about it. So let's just lower this back down. to 0.5%. And then let me go this back to 0.5, whatever, 0.6. It doesn't matter. So now we have the creator slider, the toggle bar set, and now we have the reward. So what else can we do? Well, holy shit, if we want, we can add buyback mechanism. Well, gosh darn, Scott, how was that going to look? Well, what we could do is we can do this. We can just do a certain percent. We can just go 0.05 again. And like I said, this is just based on 0.25%. And this will automatically buy back. And we don't have to burn it. Like this will probably most likely be added for LP. So we can buy back the token, and then whatever we buy back, we add that to the LP to constantly strengthen the LP side. So, and this is all automated, right? So this you get to see happening. It's not like you have to take our word for it. Trust me, bro. It's all here for everybody to watch. So it's not like we're going to lie about it, which everybody else does. Trust me, bro. You know, everybody's bullshitting in this space. They're fucking retarded. So this makes the whole fee structure fully transparent. Now we can go to marketing. Well, holy shit, Scott, what are y'all going to do with this? Well, I'm going to tell you. So what we can do is, we're not doing marketing. I'm not using that term. Let's go to custom. Sorry. So custom fee, this is going to be where it gets really good, especially for our calls, our bull posters, our influencers, whatever term you want to use. We're going to just call them calls. So we can go here, and now we can get into some detailed stuff. So if I want, let's just take Angela. So we onboarded Angela today. We made the post about it. Angela, call. So we can title this menu section Angela call. So y'all will be able to go and say, oh, I saw Angela post about it on her X. And when she says, look, you can go see that I'm part of the team now because I'm on technically a payroll, which is what she is. Then we'll do her address will be right here. This will be her wallet. And then we can adjust her percentage. So let's just say we'll give her 0.01, whatever, right? Y'all will be able to see that she is getting 0.01% of the creator fees. Now, y'all can sit there and argue and say, well, Scott, this is bullshit. Why is she getting part of the fees? Well, I will respond and say, well, why shouldn't she? You saw us through her. She's doing her job. And on top of this, 0 token allocation. That's why this is a fully decentralized play here for the space. No tokens are going out. So would you rather us pay an influencer or a call in stable coins instead of giving them, keep pulling back 20, 30, 40% of the supply to pay out a massive call push when you know they're going to dump? No. As a matter of fact, I know Angela, she already bought a bag of midterm. So she's probably going to buy her own WAGMI bag and she's going to push it. But also we're going to be able to incentivize her and put her on a payroll. Now we can also do this. So we have Angela 1. Now let's see. Let me see how I add another one here. I guess I got to click here. Boom. All right, here we go. So let's take Kubo for an example. What's up, Kubo? We're going to do Kubo, call, whatever. I'm just using this for a term. Quit being on woundy dude if you have a problem with this. We'll put his wallet right here. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll set his percentage. He'll get a little bit more than Angela. But you see how this looks. And guess what? Now, when Kubo starts promoting us and we let people know that we've onboarded Kubo and this is his percentage, we're not lying about it. That's the point. It keeps us honest and it keeps them honest and it keeps really the whole space honest because it's all right here for you to look at. Now I can add another one. Let's just go here. I can add. So I got to keep click, blah, blah. I'm having a stroke. I can keep clicking custom and it'll pull up, another menu, right? So let's just do DJ. He's one of our whales. So I'll call him a call, even though he's not. We'll do add him in here. XXXXXXX. This is be his wallet address. And I'll give him, let's just say for video purposes, we'll give him 0.02%. So, and then the distribution token will be Solana. So I'm going to be able to, I can fit as many calls as I want on this bitch, right? And then set each individual call, whatever deal we've made personally, this will be the percentage. We can't lie about it. They're not going to lie about it. It is game on. So being able to do it this way for our longer term goals, we want the bigger calls. Let's just be perfectly clear. Even though I can't stand them and I think they're way overpriced, we still want them on board, because if we all actually work together and one side wasn't so greedy compared to the other side, then all of our launches will run, because there's nobody selling them off, because there was no supply given to anybody. So let's just say, for an example, I bring on Ram. I'm just giving you an example. So I'll put Ram call. Now he'll probably say no because he's expensive, but that's okay. At least we can tell him what we can offer. So let's just say Ram, and we'll put his address here. Boom, 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 boom. Da da da. His wallet, sorry, not his address, his wallet address. And all this will be public, right? So whenever we bring on new calls or influencers or promoters, or like I said, whatever term you want to use, we make the announcement, we make the post like we did today with Angela, and we say, look, we brought on Ram, and this is his wallet address. He's not going to lie to his people because he can't. And it puts us in a position to where we say, look, we've already came to market with Ram on our payroll, and he is officially on our team. Now, it's not exclusive, but he's promoting our launches, and really he's promoting the whole launchpad system. This is what this is about. So obviously Ram will get a bigger cut. Let's just get him up to like 0.09%. So remember, I can only work on the video purposes with the 0.25%, so I don't have much room here. But you get the idea on what we are now able to do, which is absolutely freaking asinine. So, and if we want, we can add a marketing right here and say, look, I'm not a big exchange guy anymore. I think I think the whole crypto space just doesn't give a shit about centralized exchange listings. So I'm definitely not going to be paying for them ever again, because it's not worth the return. Now, if they want to list our tokens, that's fine. They're more than welcome to. But if we have any kind of marketing that we want to do, then I can go in here to the fee builder and say, okay, everybody, hey, team, community, whatever, and I'll post this in Telegram. What I'm saying is I could do, we have the options. We have the options to navigate with these fees. That's the point. So, let's just remove marketing for now, because I don't want to mess with marketing. But let's just say there is a movement going on online. I'll give you an example. So I was on Instagram and I saw a well-known family, and the dad has like ALS or something. I forgot what the disease was. But let's just say we partnered with him. Let's just say I reached out to the family and said, hey, look, this is Scott with LegalX Global LLC. We run a launchpad, and these are our tokens that are running on our launchpad. We would like to support the family, as help with medical bills, whatever the case. I can go to the community and we can ask and Telegram and say, look, we can do this. It's good. And it's good PR, right? It's a promo thing. Look, we still want to give back. We can go here and we can go, we can just go, let's just go medical promo. And obviously whatever the connection is and whoever it is, it will be detailed in this section. And then we'll put the receiving address. Say, look, go create a wallet and give it to us. And we'll send a percentage of the creator fees directly to you. So it allows us, just hear me out, everybody. It allows us to now start being able to bridge out into other sectors, whatever you want to call it. Just take, for example, this family that I saw on Instagram. It allows us to now start reaching out to these, outside of crypto, right? These guys, most of these people are not in crypto like we are. But now we can start doing networking and promoting and collabs and support systems. So we can now start going out into retail and saying, look, we have the ability to now support what you're doing and, help fund y'all, for 3 to 6 months, whatever the case may be. And then we can go to our community and we can announce to crypto space, say, hey, look, we're partnering with so-and-so. We're going to support the family because the dad has ALS. Whatever the case may be, it could be a starving family. It could be something that is a feel-good story that nobody gives a shit in the crypto anymore, right? Because it's a bunch of assholes at this point. But I'm just telling you, we have the leverage now to make this part of the launch pad itself, and it will not be hidden. So if we go and say, hey, everybody, we're taking 0.25% of our fees and we're going to raise funds for this family, boom, guess what, man? This all goes public. We make the announcement. We show the wallet. It's now in here. And guess what? You and everybody else will be able to log into our board, which is going to be the APR board, which stands for Apex Predator Rewards. That's the name of the launchpad. And you can see with your own eyeballs. So you don't have to sit there, well, I wonder if they're lying to me. No, motherfucker. We can't lie. That's the point of all of this. It keeps everybody on the up and up. And guess what? If, for example, say Angela doesn't want to call anymore, guess what we do? She'll let us know in private, right? Because we have a call channel on Telegram. And she'll be like, Scott, I'm just out. And it's okay. We're not going to badmouth her. There's no need for all that shit. She'll go her way. We go ours. But we'll just remove. See, I'll click this X button. Boom. Her wallet's gone. Now that leaves a percentage that she was getting. Now we can give it to another call if we want to onboard them. So this is just absolutely insane what I'm going over. And it's never been done. It's this shit should be live this coming up week, by the way. So this blows my mind just how transparent it is. Now, look, that doesn't mean that everybody who launches a token is going to do this because, a scammer can get in here now. And I know Based.Bid, they're going to kind of limit. I don't want to, let me rephrase that. I don't want to speak on their behalf, but I know that they're going to be they're going to have their eyeballs on scammers, man. Because anybody, if you're a scammer, you can go to my board and launch a scam token. But as soon as you fucking rug everybody, you're out, dude. We're going to put your dumb ass on blast and we're going to let everybody know who you are. So I've already had 5 or 6 people hit me up on Telegram saying, hey, Scott, I want to launch off of your board whenever it's live. And the first question I always ask is, let me see your X page. And every single one of them, I'm talking about everyone, said, this is bullshit. Why am I going to give you my X page? And my response, because we're going to make sure you're not up to any fuckery. But see, what I'm trying to say is they're already aggravated. Dude, they just text me on Telegram and they're already getting mad because I asked for their X page. Let that sink in on how dirty the space is. So I'm not going to back it. LegalX is not going to back it. The board will not back a launch personally. Now, if you're an asshole and you want to launch a scam, then there's nothing to stop you because this is Web3. You can do it. But we're not going to back it. As a matter of fact, we'll come out publicly and say, no, we don't know who the fuck these guys are. And I would just caution yourself. Because when somebody wants to launch off our board and get access to our call team and our bull posters and our raiders, we provide that. So that will be a perk of you launching off of our board. Y'all understand what this is about? So now I can keep all of my calls happy, all of our influencers, our bull posters, our raiders, and then this helps grow our ecosystem on the back end because ideally I want 30, 40, 50 calls internally working all of our launches. But I also want to be able to provide my team out to everybody else who wants to launch on my board. Capiche? So it keeps all of our calls happy, bull posters. It keeps a lot of people busy. And guess what? they're not out shilling pump fund shit or shit coins. They're now, promoting decentralized memes that are launched off of our platform that gives everybody direct back end access to all of this transparency. It's freaking insane. So, look, in a way, this is good for the space because it's going to start weeding out all of the selfish players, right? Because, influencers and calls, promoters, whatever term you want to use, you all know they have a bad rep because they can't hold for shit. They cheat and they sell off and they nuke their bag and they call sell pressure and it pisses everybody off, especially the devs. And the devs like, what the fuck you doing selling? They did it to me in 2025 with MLMX. And that's okay. That's just how they make their money. And that's okay. Remember, that stuff is always going to be in the space and let them live there, right? But we're not going to fuck with them. So if a call can't, like somebody like Ram, I have no problem with Ram, by the way. If Ram came to me and said, Scott, I'm cool with what you're doing, but I need a bigger percentage, then it'll be something that we work out. It's like more of a business deal, right? Because after all, it is payroll. Now, if he doesn't want to do it, we're not going to go online and say, Ram's a fucking dickhead. He doesn't want to work with us. No, we know that Ram's just not part of the future of crypto because, calls will want to stay in their own lane, which is fine, but they're going to want supply because they want to nuke the chart because they want to cash out and fuck everybody. So remember that. So this is a different way of doing business in crypto, and it's here. It's starting. So at the end of the day, we have to launch WAGMI, see what happens. Hopefully it takes off. I don't know. But we have the ability to onboard whoever we want. Hell yeah, I would like some big players on board. I mean, don't we all? I mean, look, we all don't like calls and influencers because we all think the same, right? But at the end of the day, they do get the word out, and that's why they have to get paid. I'm cool with that. This is business, but they're not getting supply. I want to make sure our charts, for the most part, look good, meaning not a launch and a push straight up, and then everybody sells straight down, and everybody's bitching. Nope. So, I mean, take midterm for today. I'm not going to pull up the chart. We had our first the midterm chart. The midterm chart looked so good, and it still does. But we had our first nuke his bag. Like this motherfucker just said, you know what? Screw all of you. But that's okay, dude. I mean, this is the space. It's whatever. He made mad profit. Good for him. But he also fucked everybody else over, right? Because he has to nuke the bag. Like, who does that shit? There's enough liquidity in the pool to where you don't have to nuke $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 at a time. You can just take, $300 a day, $400 a day, and you hide those sales within the buys. It's okay. We want everybody to make money. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, I put it on my expos. I'm kind of glad he's gone because it has us. He's our top trader on midterm. I mean, he bought like $500 and he cashed out like $6,800. That's legit. That's what we want. But I don't you're not supposed to nuke your bag. He could have made that same amount of money over a course of a month and it wouldn't have wrecked the chart. But having said that, that's the space. It's whatever. That is nothing that can be changed. So moving on. But I'm just trying to give you an example that this whole structure and setup is freaking absolutely gorgeous. So, and when the final edition comes out, it's probably going to look better and be a little bit smoother. But for now, and then like you said, right here, you'll just upload you upload your logo here, and it kind of gives you all your settings, right? So, and it tells you what you're missing. So, and then once you're done, you just scroll down here to the bottom. Oh shit, I forgot about this. Initial buy. So this is not bonding, this is not a bundle, everybody. This is initial buy. So this allows us, and we are going to take advantage of it, to buy on the first candle. This is not a bundle, right? So, and this is for giveaway. So these tokens will go into the creator wallet. You will be able to see them. So it's not like we're finagling anything, which is what everybody else would do in this space. You got to remember, everybody for the most part wakes up to try to find, they're like prisoners in a prison, right? I got to find a way to escape. I got to find so their mind is always thinking how to finagle the system, how to be a criminal and how to fuck everybody. How do I do that? So most of the players in the space do not wake up with a business and like how we're structured and say, you know what, I'm trying to I want long-term money. I don't give a shit about today. And we're completely, but that could be a generational thing. Like I said, I'm Gen X. I don't think about, and maybe part of it's because I already have money, right? So I'm not desperate, right? I'm not desperate to make it. So I'm not what I would call, I'm not a street bitch, right? Which is what most of the space is, mentally weak. Let me see how I wake up today and I can fuck everybody. That's what they do. So we'll do probably, I'll never do more than 1,000, but this is the initial buy. And so let's just say 11 Solana. So that will go into the creator wallet. But like I said, it's not a bundle. It's just we are able to get in on that first candle is what I'm saying, which is good, right? So, but look, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it because here's the thing. We're not going to sell out. You're not going to be able to hit me up in Telegram and say, Scott, give me a hookup. Scott, give me a hookup. Scott, give me a hookup. I'm going to give you 5 Solana. Let me get on that first candle. I'm going to say no. So don't even ask because I'm not going to sell out like everybody else does in this space. And plus 5 Solana to me ain't shit. So why the fuck would I give it to you? So that just kind of gives you, and I don't have to do it. I'm just saying we have the option. So that's there. I forgot. And then when you do, it says ready to launch and then complete required fields. And then it'll go to launch and then it'll pull up our wallet. We'll fund it. Boom, done. And now WAGMI is now live. And then what will happen is once it's live, we'll automatically go to Dex Screener and get Dex Screener paid, which is what we always do. Dex Tools as well. So all of our launches are going to kind of have the same rhythm. And by the way, we're going to video it. So we haven't decided if we're just going to record the launch or do a live stream. But all of our launches will be recorded or live stream. So it's all on record. We want it all on the YouTube channel. It's all good. So it's just it's a new way of doing business in the crypto space. Sorry. And it's going to be game time, right? So there's, like I said in the last video, there's not much more, if anything, that can be added to this as far as the feed distribution to make this better than what it already is. You can't do it. And it's fully transparent. You're going to be able to see whose wallet is whose because they're going to be labeled. There's no fuckery and there's just nothing. It is pure and clean. It is basically Bitcoin, but on Solana, full decentralization. Starts now. Now, like I said, will y'all take advantage of it? We're going to find out who the players are in this space. All day long, we all see it on X. Why isn't there anything other than pump fun? Bitch, there is. You just don't want to do it because it's boring. You want to know why? Because they like to post in all the chaos, right? They want to constantly post the scam's a scam. He needs clicks. So, there's a lot of these clickbait motherfuckers that constantly push out fear and everything. And that's fine. That's their lane. That's how they make their money on X. That's whatever. But those same guys can actually come over here and hit me up on Telegram and say, Scott, all right, dude, let me get down on this. Let me use my audience that I'm constantly shilling to about pump fund shitters and we're getting wrecked. Let me actually, put me on some kind of payroll because we'll pay you in stables. And now you're on our team. Isn't that freaking amazing, everybody? We have the ability now for the first time ever in crypto as a company, Legal X Global LLC, which is a Texas state registered crypto holding company. You can look it up. Doesn't matter. We can post it up. Doesn't matter. It's all good. And we'll pay you. We'll put you on a payroll. So instead of you actually, there was another rug. There was another rug. And you have 100 fucking comments and you're not doing anything. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. You can use that energy and come over here and say, Scott, all right, let me get down on this shit. Now you put all of your people on our plays. And now we're running fully decentralized memes all over crypto X, and it is game on. So y'all got to start thinking about when you're on X and you kind of follow, you know, whoever you follow. It's constant, and I get it too. It's cool. This shit's entertaining for me, but it doesn't do anything. It's like earlier today, somebody posted about, I forgot what it was, but I went in there and said, dude, what are you going to fucking do about it? Because all you're doing is whining. Oh, it was about the Trump, the WFLI. Their price got nuked because they collateralized it for like $50 million or some shit, and it nuked the chart. So everybody's complaining about it. Oh my god! Oh my god! So I just respond and simply say, look, what are y'all doing? Like all of you are on X just whining and complaining like fucking bitches. So I just respond and say, what are you going to do about it? So see, the perks of being me is I can project that out to the space because I am one of the few, you can count them on one hand, that has personally said, you know what? Screw these scammers. I'm gonna push them up personally in federal court, which is what I am. And my lawsuits are public. It's not like I have to lie. I don't have to make up a story and project out to the internet and crypto X that, you know, I've done it or tell people that I've done it with no proof. I don't have to paint a picture of a false prophet because I've already done it. So it's easy for me to talk shit because I've already sued motherfuckers in real life. I mean, I've spent well over $500,000 just in legal fees trying to get my money that I was scammed out of. While y'all cry on X, we're just not the same. And that's okay. But you can use your energy, which y'all have a bigger audience than I do because I'm not focused on my audience on crypto, on X, but y'all have them and that's good. That's what y'all are good at. So what I'm trying to say is use what you're good at for actually good and going to get paid because y'all ain't getting paid and we know you're not because the on-chain data says that you're all getting wrecked. You're all getting wrecked. So you can't post up and say, Scott, you're just an asshole. I'm rich. No, you're not. No, you're not. Not unless you're an insider. Sorry. The on-chain data says otherwise. You're done. You can't argue against that. So, but I'm also, you don't see me out here flexing because I haven't bought a fucking token in like 2 years other than my own. And it's going to stay like that. I'll never buy another token in my life. You know, that's launch, right? That's shield on my X feed. I would never, especially if I see a pump on the end of the contract. Oh, I know damn well I'm not going to buy it. I don't give a shit who's pushing it. So the whole point is a narrative change. And what I say is a different way to do business. It's now here. So the tech's here. What are y'all going to do about it? So look, it's all good. It's all good. This is all in good fun, but it's also serious at the same time, right? This is about catching your X's, whatever X's that may be, and making your money. And, you know, if you want to flex a P&L, well, you're more than welcome to do that. That's cool. We want that too, right? But at least you have a better shot is what I'm trying to say, because all of our launches are going to be the same. The narratives might be different. It might be a meme. Some might actually be real world utility, which is what we still have 2 options for that. I just haven't fired them up. We can do whatever we want. We still have the wrap token coming after WAGMI. That's going to be the next launch. So, I mean, that's a whole nother build out, man. I got to get with my wrappers and start getting them dialed in because, you know, we've delayed it. And then that's a whole nother promo in and of itself. But that's where we're going. I have the contacts in the rap game. You do not. But you know what? These rappers have to get paid. And guess how we will be able to pay the rappers and hip hop artists? Through here. And they will be public. They will not get a token allocation, just like our calls don't, just like we don't. If some of our rappers want the token, they're going to have to buy it themselves and then go pump their own bag. If not, then that's fine. They can stay on payroll. We can move out some of the creator fees to continue to recruit more rappers and more rappers and more rappers, because that's what's going to happen. When we launch Platinum Rap Token, we're going to start with our 5-6 rappers that we have on board right now. And they have a pretty big audience. So we're going to start there. We're going to get the token launch. We're going to let it kind of, you know, simmer down, and then they are going to go to work along with me, and we're going to start recruiting in more rappers and more artists to come into the rap token, and then everybody's going to get access to these rappers directly, and boom, it's game on, right? So the whole point is I can now go out into retail and utilize this fee structure and say, look, let's build your brand. I will give you such and such of the creator fees. If they're already an influencer, like I don't want to get, I'm not going to drop a name, but I was promoting a pretty big auto YouTuber about a month ago. Man, we had him down, man. We were doing his logos and everything, and he bailed out the last minute, said he didn't feel like getting into crypto, and that's okay. I didn't like the timing of it, but hey, that's life. I can't make him sign up. But like, if we would have got him on board and launched his token, it would have been the biggest, or he would have been the first auto YouTuber. And he's a legitimate auto YouTuber, by the way. He's not some low rent guy. He's got a big following. Like, if we could brand these guys is what I'm trying to say. And then we can offer the tech and say, look, we'll launch your shit. We'll manage it through the back end. You give us your wallet, boom, boom, boom. And then, or he could be whoever he or she is, they can actually be the creator. It doesn't have to be us. And then we're down here, right? So instead of it being call, we can go here. We can go back to custom. And then we can put APR. Oops, sorry. APR. And then put our wallet address. So we will get a little bit of cut of everything that influencer does, but that's okay. But in return, guess what? We're going to provide them a crypto call team, bull raiders, bull posters, raiders, all that, while they go out on their side of the spectrum and start promoting their crypto brand to their audience. So that's a whole lot of work, but it's cool because look, if y'all all look back the last couple of years, how many fucking rappers have scammed everybody? Almost every Hollywood influencer or rapper or artist, even Hawk Tua, everybody who has tried to get into the crypto space has rugged every single one of you. And y'all haven't done a damn thing. One of y'all sued any of them motherfuckers. But now we don't have to do that because now we can now approach these artists and these influencers that are not in crypto, but that have a big audience and say, look, we can brand you now. Let's go. Boom, game over. So y'all kind of see this is what we're doing with Legal X Global, right? We're expanding our brand, but it starts here. This is just the start. This is nothing. And see, that's the thing. We're not in a hurry, by the way. We're not desperate like everybody else is in the space. We're taking our time because it's all good. Crypto's not going anywhere. We don't give a shit. We're unlike everybody else where we got to do it now. We got to do it now. We got to do it now. You shouldn't launch your token in this bear market. Yeah, fuck you. No, you don't even know shit because you haven't built shit. We have, and we're continuing to do so. We will never stop. We will always be moving forward. Some will win, some will lose. Some will win, some will lose. Now, we're hoping that we have a majority win rate, obviously. But I can tell you one thing. It's not going to be a pump fund scenario where 99.4% of launches are rugged. As a matter of fact, we shouldn't have any rugs. I mean, if we're launching them, they'll never rug because they can't because they're decentralized. So that's already a win. So now everybody should be up, right? So anyway, moving on. I'm going to end this. I don't even know how long I've been going here. Let me see where we're at. What's my time? 49 minutes. Okay, not bad. It's under an hour. So look, y'all seen this now, and there's obviously going to be more to it down the road, but this is like the main bread and butter, and this should be live this week. And WAGMI will be the first launch. And like I said, we will either record it or live stream it. So everybody can I will show everybody the walkthrough process of actually launching a token live. And we're going to do that with all of our tokens, by the way. So it's all good. This is all fun. Now it's just a matter of building our internal call and influencer team and then adding to it. And then hopefully this kind of takes on a life of itself because it has to, right? Or it just doesn't succeed, right? So the space has now reached the point in the crypto space, especially in the meme space, has reached a point to where you don't have any options left, and you know it. You're not going to win on pump. You're not going to win on bags because you know they're all compromised. We can't be compromised because you can't buy us off. End of story. The fact is, and I'm not trying to say this to be an asshole, I've probably made more money than almost all these guys that would try to buy me off. It doesn't, man, you can't do shit. If somebody says, hey, Scott, I'll have 100 grand, let me do. I'm like, okay, congrats, you have 100 grand. Who gives a shit? Right? I am too old to be bought off. I'm not one of these young broccoli headed kids. You know, they see a Lambo and they're like, oh my God, a Lambo. Bitch, I've had two. And my YouTube channel proves it. I've had multiple exotics. That means nothing to me anymore. It's all good, man. I'm here to build this shit and, try to build a brand because that's what I care about most. But having said that, y'all don't care. So that's cool. So y'all don't care about my story. Y'all are just going to try to catch your gains and get the fuck out, which is, I'm perfectly fine because that is crypto. But look, the platform now exists. So you cannot sit there and say, well, where is it? Well, we need something other than pump fun. Motherfucker, it's right here. So what are you going to do about it? So it's all good, everybody. Hope y'all have a good weekend. I don't think there's much left for us to do. This just has to get buttoned up. And sometime next week we'll go live. And it's all good. So I guess y'all have a good one. And if y'all need anything, just hit me up on Telegram or on X. So I'll see y'all later.